You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Friday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
We talk a lot about the Super Bowl in this episode, so if you're not a sports fan, sorry.
There are 229 other episodes you can go listen to, but this one, if you like football, we have a lot of fun with it.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Super Bowl Sunday is on its way here.
Very exciting.
Who do you think is winning?
Are you asking me to bet with my head or with my heart?
I'm asking you to bet with your wallet.
Right now, the Kansas City Chiefs are the betting favorite. I mean, they're going for the three-peat. But I think that I think the Eagles are going to be the hungrier team. And so I am going to go ahead and I'll say it officially on this show. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm going to take the Eagles to win the Super Bowl.
I don't know, man. After the NFL bought the rights from Pat Riley for the three-peat, I think that's just...
You think the writing's on the wall? The script
think the writing's
is
on the wall. I hate to say it, but I'm going Chiefs myself.
You know what? I was going to say, should we do a bet this year? Because we haven't done a sports bet on this show in a long time. But if you're taking the Chiefs, I don't know if that... What if we mix it in?
Look up some prop
bets?
Yeah, look up some prop bets quick, and let's run through them there, and then we can do some picks on that kind of thing.
Why, the easiest one is the coin toss. Heads or tails.
What's that at?
It's even odds. Even odds. It's a coin toss.
I'll say heads, yeah.
Oh, hey, tails never fails, brother.
I'll go heads on the coin toss.
Gatorade color. Yeah, this one's tough because you have to pick the color not knowing who wins the game. So if you're betting on the Chiefs to win the game, you have to think about what color Gatorade would they use.
I think the past 2 years they've gone purple, right?
But the 2 years they won before that, they went orange.
Yeah, but if you're going for the three-peat, I think you go purple. Don't break tradition.
Purple is the favorite.
I'm going purple then, yeah.
I'm going to go because I'm betting on the Eagles, so I'm going to go classic yellow, the yellow Gatorade. I think that's a pretty standard one. The anthem. They're setting the over-under for the length of the national anthem, first note to last note, at 120.5 seconds. So basically, our over-under 2 minutes.
I'll say under.
Oh, you got to go over.
I'll go
Always
under.
over on the anthem.
Yeah?
These people love their 2 minutes of fame.
Who's doing it?
It's a dude named John Batiste.
I have no idea.
I'm not super familiar
I'll
with
go
him.
the under on that, though.
Okay, I'll take the over. You got to have some Taylor Swift in there, right? Let's do 2 Taylor Swifts. Number of appearances during the broadcast.
What's the over-under on that?
Over-under 6.5. So if you think 7 or more or 6 or less.
I'll take over on that.
You know what? I think I take the under, especially because I think the Eagles win, and I don't think they show her if she's sad.
I think they show her even if she is sad.
You think so?
I think that, yeah. I think everybody's going to want to see it.
You got the over. I got the under. The other one, will Travis Kelce propose? Yes. Comes off at plus 750. It's the long shot. No is the overwhelming favorite at minus 15.
How long have they been dating? 2 years now?
Something like that. Yeah, this is the second NFL season of the two of them together.
I'm going to say no because if they do, then that's not going to look good for me. I've been dating my girlfriend for 5 years and I'm never going to hear the end of it. So hopefully no.
You know what? I'm also going to say no because if I lose to you in this bet, I don't want it to be because Travis Kelce's getting married. And one more. Your boy Tom Brady is on the broadcast crew this year. FanDuel is taking bets on what color tie will he be wearing.
I think he goes blue, right?
You think Patriots blue?
I think he goes Patriots blue, the Patriots way.
You know what? I think just to avoid any, kind of bias with the teams or whatever, I think he's just going to go a nice crisp black tie. I'm going to go black tie. Also, he seems pompous enough to do black tie affair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
We'll find out.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We are vastly different on our picks in almost every category.
It's our first bet of the year, if you think about it.
First sports bet of the year. We need a punishment, and you can tell a lot of people on our text line play fantasy sports and have punishments because you guys came up with some doozies.
Sparky said the loser has to stand 5 yards away with his arms up like the uprights, and the winner gets to try and kick a field goal through their arms.
Oh, God. I mean, what's the best case scenario? A best case scenario is a miss.
You duff it completely wide left or wide right. I mean,
everything else sucks.
Yeah. I'm going to say no for that one.
No, you're off on that
I don't
one?
want to get kicked in the face with a ball. So
you know what? That's probably fair. Somebody here said said if Brock loses, he's got to get a stupid Patrick Mahomes haircut.
I shouldn't have shaved my head a month
Oh,
ago.
that's right. That one won't work because you went and got
I don't
the
have enough
haircut.
hair right now.
That also, I think that might be worse than getting kicked in the face.
Broccoli hair? Oh, my, having to have the broccoli hair sucks, dude.
Football to the groin is another one here.
I don't know. Me and Courtney started talking about wanting to have kids, so I don't know.
Seeing a lot of stuff about like doing hot sauce shots.
We've done that before.
Someone said if I lose, I should have to eat a half dozen boiled eggs at 7 a.m. on the air.
That sounds like a punishment for me.
At 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. is going to suck for you.
Have to deal with your farts all morning?
Oh, okay. This one's interesting. One of the categories that we picked, and this is like one of the most famous prop bets of all time, is the color of the Gatorade that gets dumped onto the coach at the end of the game. Mm-hmm. Someone said, what if you guys did the Gatorade shower?
Oh, one of us dumps Gatorade on the other?
Get because we don't have the big Gatorade jug, but get like a milk jug, fill it with a couple bottles of Gatorade.
And then you have to sit in it through the whole show.
Oh, God, do it out in the parking lot.
You can't change your shirt or anything.
5 a.m. and just sit here and sopping Gatorade.
And we get one of the big-ass bottles of Gatorade.
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Like the piss jug size.
Get two. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do a Gatorade shower live on the air.
Gatorade shower if whoever loses.
Oh, my God. I hope it's not cold on Monday.
Has it been cold lately? I think it's going to be cold on Monday.
All right, seal it with a handshake, brother.
There
you go.
Loser gets doused
shower.
to Gatorade on Monday.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Science has stepped up to save breakfast time and has discovered the perfect boiled egg, to be specific. Now, it's a bit of a process. It'll take you 32 minutes.
Sounds like a very long time to make a boiled egg.
What you need is you need to get the stove. You need to get 2 pots. One, you bring the water up to boiling. The other needs to be at exactly 30 degrees Celsius or 86 degrees Fahrenheit. You then, every 2 minutes, go back and forth, moving the eggs from the boiling water to the lukewarm water. So you put them in the boiling water, 2 minutes, flip them over to the colder one, 2 minutes, back and forth.
It's like a reverse cold plunge.
Essentially it is. And then what it does is, because you have the yolk and the white, the temperature difference cooks them, basically cooks the white perfectly, and then keeps the yolk from cooking and becoming like solid.
This just sounds like way too much effort to make a boiled egg.
Well, I haven't told you. You have to do it for 32 minutes.
Yeah.
32 minutes, and then you have to run it under cold water to stop the cooking, and then you get to peel and eat it.
Boiled eggs suck anyway, so...
Whoa.
Make a sunny side up, dude.
What do you mean boiled eggs suck? Boiled eggs are great. You get a hard-boiled egg. You can take that with you on the go for a snack.
Yeah, if you like your house smelling like farts for a day.
What about a deviled egg? That starts as a boiled egg. That's great.
The only thing I like is pickled eggs.
What?
If I could like anything in that kind of genre.
You're going to sit here. You literally just said that you can't have boiled eggs because your house smells like farts. But you'll eat a pickled egg?
I like pickled eggs. I think I'm actually coming around on pickles in general lately.
You don't even like pickles. You are famously outspoken on this show for not liking pickles.
Courtney recently started buying these spicy pickles, and she was like, try one of these, and they actually slap pretty good.
It's like spicy, like hot pickles?
I don't know. I guess they put like some spices in the whatever pickle juice.
In the marinade. Yeah. In the brine.
And it actually, it hits pretty nice. I think, I'm becoming a real adult. My taste buds are coming around to things that I used to not like,
They're maturing to the point where you can eat pickles now?
Yeah.
I love the idea of pickles is probably one of the safest vegetables to give a kid and get them to eat it. Kids in general love pickles. You as a now 30-year-old man suddenly liking pickles, you're like, I feel so adult.
It took me 30 years, but I came around to it. And it's actually become an argument in our house because I'll eat these pickles. And the Courtney's like, stop touching my pickles. And I'm like...
She used to be able to count on, if I buy pickles, Brock won't eat them. This is my snack that I know will always be there.
I'm a big boy now.
Now you're eating all the spicy pickles.
Yeah.
That's also... if you have to... You've said this about ketchup. I will turn it around on you. If you have to cover a food in spice... then you do not enjoy that food.
There's a life lesson for any kid learning. Don't smoke. It kills your taste buds.
Once you quit smoking, you were ready to eat pickles.
Eating spicy food is like a weird kink. Once you start, you can't go back to normal,
I'm so proud of you for being all grown up.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Snoop Dogg hosted the NFL Honors Awards last night
and
absolutely crushed it. and he had some great jokes.
Because I've been a football fan for a long, long time. I mean, I remember back when the Cowboys was good. I remember back when the Chiefs was bad. And I remember Bill Belichick's girlfriend wasn't even born yet.
Yo!
For those who aren't football fans, Bill Belichick, former coach of the Patriots, is 72 years old, and he's currently dating a 24-year-old right now.
God damn, man.
48-year gap in between. They're sitting like front row, her face, her jaw like drops.
I mean, the thing is it might have been hard because when you see, like, Snoop Dogg's been doing a lot of the roast stuff. He's Uncle Snoop. It's easy to take, like, what he's saying with, like, a jokey grain of salt. She's young enough to maybe not know who he is. So.
Valid point. Some people say age is just a number, but what do they talk about? Do you think they just sit and watch TikToks together?
Do you think he criticizes her, like, when she does stuff, he starts coaching her?
Yeah, right?
I need to see a little more hustle in the kitchen.
It's got to be super weird when he meets her dad and they're the same age.
I would go ahead and bet if she's 24, he's older than her dad.
True, yeah.
He's playing bridge with her grandfather.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I do need to give a shout out to a young man that I met last week at one of the ODRs here in town.
Oh, okay.
I believe he should be up right now because he gets up early for his hockey practices.
Oh.
Big shout out to Paxton.
Great name.
Met this kid last week at the ODR. He was wearing a Mitch Marner jersey.
Oh, okay.
And apparently he's a diehard fan of the show.
Really?
I owe his old man an apology because I was like, man, he's part of the Dirty 530. And he was like, sometimes we have to turn the radio down. And I never processed that right now there are children still listening.
Right, yeah. Well, because we've always sort of operated under the assumption that, like, as long as we don't do the really racy material after 6 o'clock, we should be fine.
Like, what kid is up at 5:30? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I used to do that when I was a kid for hockey.
Yeah, you got to get up early. You got to get after it if you want that NHL career.
We've always said that we're an informative program.
Absolutely.
And, I like to consider myself like the kid from school that just told other kids stuff because his parents told them stuff for some reason. That's kind of what we are. We're just two grown kids.
Yeah. And we're using Paxton as a sleeper agent because he's listening to what we're talking about, the Dirty 530. Then he's going into the dressing room with the rest of the team and telling all of them, and we're just spreading knowledge.
We're sorry if we've ever said anything and your kids were in the car at this time of the morning, but it's the Dirty 530,
Yeah, I mean, as soon as we come on and we're like, good morning to the Dirty 530, if you continue to listen, we appreciate it, but you have sort of accepted the terms and conditions of the program.
Paxton, if you're out there, Godspeed, my man. Good luck at hockey today. And I told him, if he ever makes the Leafs, save me some tickets. So.
Yeah, I want a Paxton jersey.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
I don't think this is any news to anyone, but Colombia is the world's biggest cocaine producer and exporter.
Yes.
Well, the president of Colombia is saying that they should legalize the drug. He says that he's had scientists analyze it, and he says it's no worse than whiskey. And he says that the cocaine industry could easily be dismantled if the drug were legalized worldwide. And he claims that due to all the fentanyl issues, if they let Colombia become the main exporter of the drug worldwide, it would not be a problem.
I mean, to be fair, and I'm not saying let's legalize coke here, all right? That's not, but I get it from his perspective. Basically, the thing that his country has the most of, they could make so much money if they were legally allowed to export this worldwide. It's like here in Canada, like we always talk about, like we have all this oil. What are we supposed to do with it? That's their oil. It's just white and powdery instead of black and bubbly.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
It's obviously not going to happen. No other government is going to be like, man makes a good point. Let's all do cocaine. But from his perspective, I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
We should not do it. Again, to be super clear. But I get it.
Yeah. I mean, comparing it to whiskey is a bold comparison, I feel like.
I mean, listen, man, I've seen some people get into the whiskey. I have to imagine that's what a cocaine rage looks like.
I've seen people get into both.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Chiefs are going for the three-peat this weekend.
Gross.
And I didn't realize, I always forget, the Chiefs were in Super Bowl 1.
Oh, yeah.
And now they're playing in Super Bowl 59.
Damn.
And I saw a list of the roster from Super Bowl 1.
Okay.
And there's some like old school names on there. So I want to try something here. I'm going to give you some names.
Okay.
And you have to tell me, do they play on the Kansas City Chiefs now? Or did they play on the Kansas City Chiefs back in 1966 during Super Bowl 1?
66 versus 25. 58, 59 years apart.
Yeah.
We have, okay. This, I'm very interested because, like, I'm thinking back to guys like Bart Starr and Johnny Unitas.
Bart Starr was playing for the Packers in that Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, I'll give you some names and you got to tell me, are they a current Chiefs player or do they play in Super Bowl 1, all right?
Okay.
All right, first one here. Cheryl Hedrick.
Cheryl
Hedrick.
That's got to be a current. No one would name a boy Cheryl back in the 60s.
No, he played for the Chiefs back in 66.
Really?
Hey, we'll keep going
What
here.
a progressive time.
Creed Humphrey.
Let's say
Current or former
that's
Chief?
current.
That
I feel
is
like I've
current.
heard that name.
He's like a second string center for the team.
Yeah.
All right, next we've got Montrell Washington here.
Montrell Washington also feels current. Okay. Well,
That is.
You were giving me eyes. I almost changed my
He's
mind.
a wide receiver on the practice squad. All right, we've got Hatch Rossdale.
Hatch is a 60s name for sure.
It's a great name, isn't it?
Bring back Hatch. If you're pregnant right now,
Hatch is a sick name.
give some consideration to Hatch.
All right, we've got Peyton Hendershot.
Peyton? I'm going to say old school.
Old school?
Yeah.
No, he's actually currently on the roster right now. He's a tight end.
Got to be named after Manning, right?
All right, we keep going here. Solomon Brannon.
Solomon? Got to be the 60s.
Yeah, it's a 60s name.
Solomon Grundy over here.
All right, James Winchester.
James Winchester? I'll say that's modern.
Yeah, it's a wide receiver. And finally, to wrap it up here,
Okay.
Smokey Stover.
Smokey
Is that a
Stover?
current Kansas City Chief?
So I'm going to say this. This feels like a trap because that feels like an old name, but you saved it till last. So I'm going to say modern. No!
I wish it was. We need to start naming kids Smokey again.
I overthought it. Smokey's such a great name, man.
Linebacker on the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl 1 team. Also former Hamilton Ticat.
Really?
Yeah.
Here comes old Smokey from Steeltown.
I'm sure that's his bragging right.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Yes, sir. We are 1 week away from the alleged most romantic day of the year. That's Valentine's Day.
Yeah, buddy.
Are you squared away? 1 week out? Are you ready to go with Courtney? Do you have your gift, or do you guys have a no gift policy?
I mean, I don't know. We haven't talked about Valentine's. I have nothing planned as of right now.
I know for a fact that Mallory has a Valentine's Day gift for me.
Yeah.
I still need confirmation, but I think I have something lined up for her.
Okay.
So I think we're good. But it did get me thinking. A lot of people who listen to this show are self-admitted last-minute shoppers when it comes to Valentine's Day, when it comes to Christmas, birthdays, all that stuff. We talked about it. So I wanted to take this time. You guys, you got 1 week. Guys and gals, if you're trying to get a gift for your significant other or for that special someone, do it today or at least this weekend so you're not screwed at the last minute.
I do think some of the best gifts are if you can make something yourself. Like if you're a handyman or whatever, if you can do something like that, that's clutch.
That's the thing, though, is you got to be good at something because once you get over the age of like 10,
You can't make a macaroni necklace
that's it.
anymore.
The
Yeah.
homemade macaroni art loses its appeal. You know, what
You
I'm
can still
saying?
try. Honestly, if you have kids, I think if you can get a kid-free night, I think that's a gift in itself.
That honestly, and not just on Valentine's
If you
Day.
can get your mom to watch the kids, get a babysitter, get a hotel for the night, I think that's a great gift.
Buddy, is this you offering to watch my kids next Friday?
No, it's not.
Oh.
No,
Damn.
absolutely not.
You know what I thought, though? I looked up what are the most popular, most often given gifts for Valentine's Day, and I thought we could run through them and just help. For some people who maybe they're not creative, they're not going to make something themselves, they're not going to go off the beaten path. For what the good ones are and are not, What do you think about flowers as a Valentine's Day gift?
I
Where
think
does flowers rank?
I mean, Courtney likes flowers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think flowers are nice. Also, great prank is just send flowers to an office, send them to your office, and watch everyone be confused.
Don't sign the card. Don't put it to somebody.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah.
I like where your head's at. You're a chaos goblin, and that's cool. I think flowers is overrated. Can I say that? I think
Sure.
any gift that you have to spend that much money on that will die within a week is probably not the greatest gift.
Okay, yeah.
What do you think about chocolates?
Chocolates are nice. Yeah?
I worry that chocolates can go the wrong way.
How
If you
so?
have a significant other who's maybe a little bit worried about, like, their figure, their form, you buy them a box of chocolates. I've seen people be like, and what am I supposed to do with these?
What are you
Just eat
supposed to
them
do?
all?
Buy them celery? Like, I feel like it'd be more insulted if someone was like, here's a salad for Valentine's Day.
What if you got a bouquet of broccoli? That's the
That's-
best of both worlds, right? That's the flowers and the tree.
I think that goes on the do not list.
Are you a jewelry guy?
I mean, if you got the money for it,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
If I had the money for it, I'd always buy her jewelry.
That's one of those things, though, that you have to be dating the right person.
But I also feel like some people only buy jewelry. Some people only do all of this stuff because they effed up.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
That's the other thing you
So-
have to worry about is like your behavior leading into Valentine's Day can have a significant impact on the price tag of your Valentine's Day.
I do think some people splurge more on Valentine's Day because they know they're in the doghouse. So.
Yeah, no, that's true. Last one here. What about stuffies, like plush animals, that sort of thing? Is that a child's gift? Because I saw it's on the list as one of the most popular Valentine's Day gifts.
I mean, if your partner likes them, they like them, but it's not going to survive in my house. My dogs think everything like that has a squeaker in it.
well, I mean, what's wrong with getting your dog a Valentine's Day toy, right?
Hey, some people, the only thing they might be kissing is their dog, so.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Ed's word of the day.
See what he's got.
Good morning. Yeah, today's word is clement. Clement. C-L-A-M-A-N-T. Clement. Clement. And it's clamorous or blatant. Demanding attention or urgent. Well, to be quite blatant, my dishes are quite clement right now. So, anyways, that just about does it. Have a great one. Cheers.
I'm going to argue with
Friday.
that. Happy Friday, Ed. I'm going to argue with that. You can't say that your dishes are clement if they're piling up because the whole thing is that they are urgently requiring your attention
Yeah.
and you're on the phone with us.
A great way to use clement is when my girlfriend is done scrolling on her phone and all of a sudden wants attention.
Right. Ed becomes clement. Why
Yeah.
are you on your phone instead of hanging out with me?
I do like the way that he says it.
Clement.
Clement.
Sounds like something your dad would say to you when you were a kid.
If you were talking during the hockey
Yeah,
game.
you're talking while he's driving or something.
Clement.
Hey, back there, you want you clement.
You know what? I think we could use this word of the day to anyone who isn't a football fan this weekend and you happen to be at a Super Bowl party.
You're going for the food or the commercials or the camaraderie.
Enjoy all that stuff, but do us one favor
Clement.
while the game is on. All right?
You heard it from Ed from the county. If they're playing football, it's time for you
Clement.
to clam it.
Clam it. Use it wherever you can. Just shut the hell up when the game is on, all right?
For more Brock and Dalby, tune in weekday mornings 5:30 to 9.
The Brock and Dalby podcast is brought to you by badshop.ca, the Brock and Dalby merch store. With all proceeds going to the Canadian Cancer Society.